Hello and welcome to Versus Live. I'm Ross Merriam.
And I'm Corey Ballmeister.
And we've got Rob in the booth. Say hi, Rob.
Hi, Rob.
Rob will be taking all of your questions, comments, concerns, and burns in the chat. Make sure to tag at Star City Games so he can see them and send his favorites over to us. Today on Versus Live, we have a special episode.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Wizards has made an announcement of an impending announcement, as they are prone to do.
Yes.
So Monday, on the 1st, we are getting a banned and restricted list update that they say will affect the standard and historic format, as well as the companion mechanic in general.
Yeah.
And with that in mind, it's hard to play the actual competitive formats because we don't know exactly how much they're going to be affected, but we can kind of guess that something out of the Yorion, Jeskai, Lukka Fires deck is probably getting the axe.
Yeah. And we say that, we're like, it's tough to play real tournaments right now before this time. We just tested for the Arena Best of One, so that was bad timing that the Arena Best of One will still have the normal cards that we are used to playing right now. But it is pretty clear that something is getting the axe from this deck. It's one of the most powerful decks of all time, and we wanted to showcase that today by literally putting it up against some of the best standard decks of all time.
Yeah, you know, if this deck is going to enter that pantheon of standard decks that have gotten cards banned, we're going to see where exactly it ranks in that pantheon.
Yeah.
And the test it's going to be put through today is a strong one.
A very strong one, yeah.
These, to me, seem like the three most powerful standard decks of the last decade.
Yeah, exactly. And, I mean, even Oliver, too, a very known, skilled Jeskai Lukka player who won, one of the Magic Fest Onlines with the deck, said it was the second best deck he's ever played of all time, and the first best deck was Cobblade. So we have Cobblade at some point in the show. We're saving that for the best for last, because I think that's going to be the toughest one.
Oh, definitely.
You got Spell Pierces. I mean, I played that deck at that Pro Tour in Paris too, and it was absolutely absurd.
It was something else.
Yeah.
But really, all these decks were something else.
Yes.
We are starting with the most recent. I'm going to be on the side of the historic decks. Corey's going to be playing the Jeskai Yorion deck.
Yep.
We're going to start with the deck from Mythic Championship 6 in Richmond. This is Andre Strosky's winning list.
Yep.
Simic Food.
Mm-hmm.
So we got our Okos. We got our Once Upon a Times.
And realistically, this is still a standard deck if there weren't bans, Like, if there were not any bans, this would still be a standard deck. So this is definitely the most recent. So I think it's going to be really close, and I think it's really interesting to see if this deck would be unlocked, if it would still dominate in a Jeskai Lukka world. Maybe, maybe not.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be very close, and I do think Jeskai Lukka is one of the most powerful decks of all time. And we're going to see some weird interactions where, I'm going to have an advantage on all these decks. I start with one extra card. That's a real deal. No matter the power level, I'm going to have just a little bit more resources each time. So, who knows if that's going to play in a factor, but it should be an interesting day.
Really, what we should have done was build an 80-card Yorion Simic Food deck.
Oh, me, oh my. That just doesn't seem like that should exist, but it probably would.
Yeah, let's blink all these geese, get a bunch of food.
Oh my God.
I don't know, we're probably banned at that point just playing our Teferis, right?
Teferis, ECD, yeah, and you get to play Omen of the Sea. Yeah,
just play Bant Food.
Yeah.
That's what we should have done.
Bant Yorion Food. Just turn every one of these decks into a Yorion deck. Cobblade Yorion. Blink my Cobblade. That's not great, I guess.
Not a lot of great things to blink in that deck. Yeah. Probably unnecessary.
I'm still a little gun shy from E-League last night for playing this deck, so I may sigh every once in a while. I draw a card just thinking back to last night. Me and Juza had the most unreal match I've ever played.
I hate to dagger you too much, Corey.
Yeah.
Yesterday, we do have a quote of you. Well, we don't have the quote, I guess, because it was off air, but it was.
Yeah, exactly.
I have a quote of you saying, I don't make mistakes with this deck.
Yeah. I said usually I don't make mistakes with this deck, but yeah, I made a mistake playing in Versus, and then I made a grave mistake against Juza as well. So I'll officially just say I'm an actual scrub now. So
perfect.
Okay, well, we got that out of the way.
The good news is you're a scrub who's going to get to go first.
Yes.
The marbles are back here.
Exactly. All right. Whoops.
Can't even shuffle anymore.
Well, yeah, it's 80 cards. Are you kidding me?
It's too many cards.
Yes. You got your easy 60-card deck. No companion to worry about. This is easy. All right, we're going to get this started here. I'm going to be on the play. All right. Not a good enough hand here. This one's just too slow. No Omen of the Sea to kind of get me started. No 3-mana Planeswalker, so these hands are quite a trap.
Yep. My hand is not awesome, but it's perfectly fine.
Okay, no
Easy.
turn 2 Oko at least.
I mean, you never know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you never know. All right, well, while I shuffle, you got an initial question there, Rob?
Yeah, Esteus wants to know, what are your feelings on the announcing an announcement for the banless decisions now that Wizards of the Coast is doing? Would you prefer they just make an announcement and then it goes into effect later in a week?
I don't know to speculate on the announcement thing because it's whatever to me. But all I know is when I heard there's going to be a shakeup with Standard and Historic, I was basically jumping up and down. With all the content we make and stuff, it gets much worse to do when a format's stale. And that's straight up what Standard is right now. There's no way getting around it. It's a stale format, and we're going to be able to mix it up. So I was ecstatic about the announcement personally.
To me, it's a consequence of their shift from regularly scheduled BNR updates to them being more flexible with them. And I like the ability to be more flexible so they can take action when necessary and not have it be as jarring. And once you make that decision, you really have two options. Either you spring a ban announcement on us on the day you announce it.
Yeah.
And that would be really strange, right? Or you do this awkward thing where you say, yeah, we're going to announce it next week. And you give everybody a few days to speculate, and then it happens. Yeah. So the question is, which one of those is better? And I think the latter, but both are a little awkward.
Yeah.
But the gains of being able to be more flexible in making ban and restricted list updates, I think, is worth that awkwardness.
Yeah, I think especially it's for the people that would feel bad where it's like they didn't announce it and then somebody just bought into Lukka. They're just like, well, you know what, I got to play it. But now for the weekend, maybe people aren't going to buy into it for the Arena Best of One tournament, spend all their gems and stuff to build a deck that is probably going to get banned, so it shifts people's where they're going to put their wallet, where they're going to put their finances in it, to me. So, and
if you just bought into it, at least you get like a week to play with it or to divest.
Exactly. Okay, I'm going to keep this. Interesting what to put to the bottom. I'm leaning on a land here. Yeah, I think that seems correct. So we're going to go like that. Play a Triome and pass to you.
I will play Once Upon a Time.
Oh, yeah. Once Upon a Time. How does it feel? To bring you back? Miss? I don't think it's possible to miss, but...
Pretty difficult.
Yeah.
I essentially did it, though.
Yeah, good for you.
I will take a Breeding Pool and play it tapped.
Okay.
You're up.
Don't worry, my draw is not excellent either. I will take 2, play a Birth, get a Plains, pass to you.
So you're at 18?
Yep.
Right on time.
Top deck a Goose.
Paradise Druid.
Okay.
You're up. Here. Yeah, that's Paradise Druid, not a Goose. I was going to grab a food.
That would be a good card. That would be a really good card. All right, so I'm at 18 and you're still at 20. I'm going to draw. I'm going to get an 0-4 wall. Yeah, I think here we're just going to run back the same play. Going to get a Plains. Not a spectacular start here. I'd really love to play like a Narset. Would be excellent, but did not have it. So I'm going to play Plains, and then I got a Temple of Epiphany. I don't need this extra land. I'll put it to the bottom and pass to you.
Oof. Well, our set of draws has been rather poor.
Yeah, we played a practice game of this, and we're both just playing haymakers. We're just having the stone cold nut draws each way, and now we're just both like pretty lackluster.
I did, in fact, draw the Goose right after the Once Upon a Time.
Okay.
Perfect timing.
I'll block.
You can go. I'm just kind of running headlong into a sweeper here, but there's really nothing I can do.
Yeah. Okay, so I got an 0-4 wall. I'm going to gain 2 life.
Back up to 20.
Yep. I don't have it right now, or at least I don't want to cast it and get rid of my walls. But what do I want to do? I'm going to play one of these Plains, and I'm going to pass to you. Yes.
Linus.
Yep.
We'll untap this forest
Okay.
and pass the turn.
Okay.
Still has 2 blockers for my 2 attackers, so...
Yep, that's not ideal. All right, end step, I'm going to cycle a Shark Typhoon for 2. Oh, do we have sharks? Okay.
Yeah.
Shark for 2, draw, untap, gain 2 more life after I draw.
22.
22.
By Yorion, blink of your 3 permanents.
Yeah, that would be quite good. All right, I'm going to attack Nissa. And then I'm going to play a castle and pass to you.
End step, make a food.
Okay. Nissa turns always scary from these Simic decks. The walls help a little bit here, that's for sure.
Make a food.
Okay.
Untap this land.
Yep. Maybe not as scary as I thought, huh?
Attack you with my 4 creatures.
Okay. I'm going to 3/3 shark.
Yep.
Draw a card, and then block like this. And then I'll take 2, down to 20.
You can go.
All right. If we can successfully attack down Nissa, which if you had Brazen Borrower, you would have pretty safely tried to kill that. So I'll attack Nissa. Nice. That's huge. Okay, what do we want to do now?
There was just no point in me making that food on my main phase.
Yeah, you got pretty punished for... yeah, just if you have that much extra mana, I suppose, yeah.
That's not going to matter. I have nothing, but...
Yeah. But saving a Nissa for a turn, of course, is better than not saving a Nissa.
I'm sure I'll scry to Hydra Crisis.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I'm going to play a Narset.
Sure.
Activate. Okay, I will take the best Planeswalker in the deck. Just kidding, it's not Teferi. And we'll play a land, and I'll pass to you.
Okay. End step, I'll activate Castle.
Okay. So we got a 3rd grade shark or so, and then we got a shark that's just getting into middle school here. Not the baby sharks, you know. Can we get the Baby Shark theme song queued up and ready to go anytime I play a 1/1 shark? God, no.
I gotta talk to the copyright people about that one, but
Okay. I think the whole audience you have to talk to more. I think all the parents that are watching are like, please, God, no. I've heard it far too many times.
Play a wolf, fight a wall, second response.
Okay.
Hope you don't have an omen. I'm going to send the lands at Narset and the druid at Narset as well.
I will play Omen of the Sun.
Yeah, has the omen.
I'll gain 2. Go to 22. Block.
You can go.
All right. Untap. Draw. Ooh, that was a bit of a spicy one. So we're going to go down on Narset, activate, start the turn with that. Those are good ones. ECD, I think, is the choice on this one. Then we're going to go with Fires of Invention. So only 2 green mana. You could have a Brazen Borrower, but I think I'm willing to risk it in some regards. I'm going to attack for 2.
18.
All right. And then... God, maybe it's safer to not do that. Lukka, I could get a little punished for that. So I'm going to play a land and just play an agent. And we're going to take your... Interesting to take Wicked Wolf or a land here. I think since I have Hydroid Crisis pretty locked down, I think I'm just going to take Wicked Wolf.
Yep.
And then I'll pass to you.
End step, activate Goose.
Yep. And I attacked with the shark there for no reason, essentially. I was thinking attack and then I'm going to Lukka. But if you had Brazen Bar, then you bounce that. So this is a mistake. I should have left it back, but I think it's still fine. May have to chump with Agent now because of it. And that is not ideal, but... Okay.
You can go.
Alrighty. This could be a nice turn. Okay, so we'll start with our attacks. Usually want to do that before you do any of your stealing shenanigans. I'm going to attack with these.
I will go to 9.
Okay. Shoot a 9. I'm going to go Lukka. I'm going to go down, sacrifice the shark. Okay. I'm going to spin. 2, 3. It was happening so fast last show. It was always the third card. It was so weird. Here we go. Here we go.
Maybe I just didn't put him in there.
You didn't? Well, that would suck. I'm going to lose then.
Well,
this deck gets a lot worse then.
You've already drawn 1.
Yeah.
So they're definitely there. Just hiding.
Do-do-do. Do-do-do. Can we get like theme music while I do this? Okay, I better shuffle this. All right, I am going to attempt to steal your breeding pool.
Float a blue.
Okay. I am going to... Oh, I'm already in my second combat. I'm going to play Yorion. I'm going to blink this, blink these, blink this. So these are out. Now my mana is unlocked. And we're going to start with an Omen of the Sea. Omen of the Sea. Scry 2. Bottom. Draw. I'm going to play a Teferi Time Raveler. I'm going to bounce this forest.
Float a green.
Okay. Draw a card. I'm going to play my land, and then I'm going to go to end step.
Hold on.
Okay.
Pop this. Okay. So I have blue, green, and pool. We'll use the green, make a food.
Okay.
And then use the blue to scry 2 with the castle.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
Neither of those does anything.
Okay. I'll put these in. I will get this. I'll take your blue sources. I will get 2 tokens. Gain 2 life.
24.
Reset my planeswalkers. And you go.
Very, very competitive match we got going right now.
Real good. Oko who?
Give me my stuff back.
It's going to take a second. There's a lot of it I have to give back. There's one.
Breeding pool.
Okay. Thank God we don't play with the same katana sleeves here. Thank you for that, Rob. All right. Well, that was wild.
Yeah, I mean, I just draw mana with the Nissa. I should have had the Nissa around for one more turn, but it just wouldn't have been relevant.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If you had one more 3/3 there, but you didn't have a Crisis to go off, and I think I even had Narset at that point, so it truly just did not matter.
Yeah.
I'll keep my walls and my sharks. I never thought walls and sharks would work together in one of my favorite decks of all time. So, what a time to be alive.
They end up just playing really good defense. Part of this deck was attacking with a lot of 3/3s.
Yeah.
Nissa and Oko, and your deck, like 0-4, this matches up really well. It makes it really annoying.
It's insane. I mean, when you're on the play and you have Oko on turn 2, you're going to be able to go past this, right? If I play Birth on turn 2, turn 3, you're already attacking. Turn 4, you can attack with 2 3/3s, so you can hit my 3-mana Planeswalker. But when I'm on the play and I have a wall, or you stumble and don't have that nut draw, this thing is going to do work, and we kind of saw that. That was the building blocks of it for sure.
So what's scarier, just the Sharknado on its own, or a wall with a shark cannon on it?
Oh God. Can I phone a friend?
It's got to be the Sharknado because it's much less predictable.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Just imagine if you're like a shark tornado is coming towards you and you're just standing at the pier. You're like, wow, what do I do? Do I just accept it, go into this tornado where I'm going to either get eaten midair or you're going to die of a tornado?
Yeah.
Regardless. Doesn't sound good. This wall, though, I mean, that looks friendly enough. Looks like a friendly wall.
It's a wall. Like walls aren't.
It has a face.
Sort of by definition, they're pretty friendly. They're not very aggressive.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, they are keeping people out of things, so that's not cool. All right, anyone. Well, enough of that nonsense. I was just saying. We are going to take a short break, and we're going to be right back with Sideboarding here on Versus Live.
Welcome back to Versus Live in our matchup between Simic Food and Yorion Jeskai Lukka Fires.
Short name. I'm still debating here, so sorry for the long sideboarding. It's not easy to sideboard against a deck that is from a different time. It's like, I'm so used to sideboarding a certain way against any kind of blue deck, but I think something like this is right. But you start.
Difficult sideboarding for me too. I'm not sure if I want Veil. It's obviously bad against your main deck configuration, but post board you're bringing in literally 9 cards that I can potentially Veil.
Yeah.
Gust, sometimes you can, sometimes you can't.
Yeah. I learned that the hard way a few times.
But ultimately, I'm deciding to just be more proactive here, especially on the play.
Okay.
I'm already bringing in counterspells of my own because I want to stop things like Yorion and Shadow of the Sky and such. So we've got negates and disputes. Questing Beast is really going to help me attack down the Planeswalkers, which I have trouble doing through 04 Walls and Omen of the Sea tokens, and then bringing in the 4th Nissa, Wicked Wolf. You just don't have things that are good to fight. Even it being indestructible isn't that relevant. You just take it with Agent if it gets big.
Or ECD it.
Or ECD, exactly. And then Aether Gust just doesn't have a lot of good targets. You see Corey's bringing out a lot of his red cards. They're the weaker cards in the matchup from his side. So I'm less concerned with them. So the Gusts get to come out, essentially get replaced by better counterspells. And then Wicked Wolf gets upgraded into Questing Beast and Nissa. So pretty clear, significant upgrades here.
It's an interesting thing because if this match were to be played and me and you were at a pro tour or whatever playing against each other, when we're not face up, there's a lot more questions that don't get answers. Here, with the questions on the table, it becomes a little bit of a different story. But I think this is what I would probably do regardless. I think it gets more interesting from your side with Veils or not.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure about that either. But I'm taking out Fires just because I do want to be interacting and I'm going to be on the draw. So this is something that maybe we don't do on Versus Live enough is play draw configurations, but this is a deck where you have to. On the play, I like a couple Fires against this matchup, and I like trimming just for the sense that what you're doing right now, you want to be proactive now. I want to be reactive to you on the draw just because we're both such haymaker decks. We're both just such well-tuned machines that we have to switch it up on the draw and on the play to be able to stop the other person, or it could just be a run over fest, Yeah. So I'm going to take out these. Omen of the Forge, once again, probably pretty good on the play if I could snag your goose, but on the draw, after you've already played Oko, it's like, okay, kill a goose. That's going to not be that effective.
Doesn't kill Paradise Druid.
Yeah. Omen of the Sun, we saw it actually be pretty decent in our games contextually to what I was trying to do, but overall, the 1/1 bodies don't even trade for an elk. So I think that's pretty weak. And then I'm trimming 1 Lukka just because I don't want to draw a ton of them, and I want to be more reactive. Not sure about this, but bringing in just a ton of counter spells. I'm afraid of Oko, so I want Mystical Dispute so I can answer it on the draw, even turn 2 out of you. Dolben's Veto for mass manipulations, Nissa. These really problematic cards are almost all non-creatures for you. Krasis is the exception. That card's still a problem. And then Gust as the answer for all the green cards, but bad against the counter spells, so I didn't bring in all of those. So,
okay.
All right. Game 2 against the Deadly Food deck.
So far, looking pretty good from the Jeskai Yorion side.
Yeah, and to be fair, we definitely did it in escalating order of difficulty to put this Lukka deck to the true test. So,
but this is the interesting test because these decks really could have existed at the same time.
Exactly, but it was so weird. And honestly, we look. Did you know 2021 core set preview starts next week already? Yeah, I didn't either. I learned. I was today years old when I learned that, But that's crazy. So now you think like this deck's about to be banned, and who knows if the next set would have made this deck not so so powerful all of a sudden, similar to this. You know, I'm not saying I want Oko back or I want Vale back. Let's not get cray, but you know, but you never know. You never know, really.
Yeah, and that is, you know, honestly, my understanding is that's how that WotC tries to design the progression of sets where, like, things are powerful for a couple months, and then some good counter, you know, play to those strategies gets printed in the next set. And tames it a little bit.
Or there's the flip side of it that they're trying to now lower the power level, since that's been a complaint. And they're like, well, if we lower the power level and we keep these cards around, there's no way that no one's going to play any of our new set. It's going to be the Kaladesh effect. You know, Teamer Energy, whenever the next set came out, you didn't need it. You didn't have to buy it, you know, and that's bad for a company.
Is there a new cyber card?
yeah. Oh, we got some sweet sideboards. Exactly. So yeah, it'll be interesting. But I'm just pumped. Next week is just so exciting for me because Standard can be great again, you know?
It's Christmas in June.
It really is. Okay, do you got any questions, Rob?
Yeah, so say you're in charge of making the announcement that's coming out on Monday. What would your changes be?
I think what I would do is ban Fires of Invention for sure, hands down. That one has caused enough problem. It's going to cause problem in the future. I would try to nerf the Lukka interaction a little bit. So I would probably ban Agent. Agent just leads to unfun games anyways. And then I think as far as the companion rule change, I think it should be when you start the game, this goes to your hand. You put a card on the bottom of your choice. If you mulligan still, you know, you still have to do it. But then Yorion is in your hand. It can be thought seized. It can be taken. I think that's the changes I would like to make.
And I agree 100%.
Yeah.
That's actually 100% what I was going to say.
Yeah. I think...
great minds.
Yes. I think that would be perfect because these are ridiculous in the sense where hand disruption is now bad, because they always have the loaded gun here that you can't take. I don't think that should be a part of Magic. Magic is all about you should have tools to beat your opponent, and hand disruption is a very popular tool to beat some of these decks. And I think that needs to come back. Otherwise, Thought Erasers are going to just be bad.
It's also a necessary tool against a creature that has an enters the battlefield ability that draws 2 or 3 cards, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to let that resolve and then just try to trade 1-for-1 with everything.
Exactly. Or Thoughtseize after that. It's like they've still just played a 4/5 bird as well. So I think this has to go to your hand, and you have to start with 7 cards instead of 8.
I would also, I think, encourage people to put Yorions into their deck, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Play an extra one, right?
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's the same, right? Oh, I mean, it could get Thoughtseize.
Yeah, because now that it's getting discarded out of your hand more often.
You probably play one. Yeah, that'd be interesting. Okay, how's your hand?
My hand is solid.
My hand is pretty iffy, but it's reasonable. I think I'm going to mulligan. Just the fact, if this was an untapped blue source and I had untapped blue source dispute, but the fact that I have 2 Lukkas, this is a tap land. I think it's close on the draw, and of course we could get punished. We would have got punished, so I think this is a safe mulligan on the draw.
It's got Plains through your Fabled Passage, then your Castle enters untapped, and you get a Plains through your Birth of Melitus, and you cast your Benelish Marshal.
Boom! Wait. You got one more question there, Rob?
I don't at the moment.
Okay, you're next in queue out there. Whoever wants a question answered by one of us, feel free.
Okay, so Corey taking another mulligan here. It's like he's trying to be me today.
I'm trying.
Except for the winning.
Yeah. I don't know. You got me the last few weeks here. And I just got utterly destroyed last night, so
You made the semifinals. You won a match.
That's true.
That's more than, half of the field can say.
That's true. More than our teammate Ely Kaziz. Also super risky, if not more risky. We have to obviously draw some lands. So this game could be over before it begins, but if we draw some lands, I mean, this hand is good. So I think this is a situation where I would rather keep than go to 5 and just get a little risky. Since we're on the draw, I'm going to try it.
Okay. See if we can hit the goose this time.
Okay. Honk, honk, honk. Honk.
We did it.
Yeah. All right.
Honky Honkerson.
What's better, making the honk noise when you play a goose or the barge sound when somebody plays
the
Sky
barge
Sovereign?
sound.
The barge for sure. All right, 18, your go.
Whoa.
I am going to bluff every time, whether I have it or not.
Oh, there, Nelly.
But knowing that it's Corey, you know, you got to take.
I
probably
will
always
go
has it.
18 and play Paradise Druid.
Okay.
You're up.
Land go.
Temple of Mystery.
Okay.
That can go to the bottom.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
Passing the turn. Okay. I'll take 2 and pass the turn.
Brings you to 16.
Yep.
Nissa, who shakes the world.
I will play a dispute.
I will play a dispute.
No, we're dead.
Waited a turn there. Was hoping you would not have a Dovin's veto.
Yeah,
Got paid off.
They did.
Okay. I will untap the castle
Okay.
and get in for 3.
I'm down to 13.
You can go.
It's going to be a troublesome time now, that's for sure. I'm going to play Teferi and bounce that. And your go. We hit enough land drops that it was okay, so I feel reasonable about missing this land drop, but yeah, we're pretty dead.
So I'm just trying to figure out exactly how I can castle this turn in addition to doing everything else that I want to.
Okay.
So let's make... make a food.
Okay.
Plus on the breeding pool.
Alrighty.
Send this at Teferi, breeding pool at you.
All right. I will go to 10.
10. And then pass. Guess I could forego being able to castle, but I don't want to play into the shatter. I'll just pass.
Okay. Well, I run into a problem here where if I take the next hit, it will be for 8. That will put me to 2. And then all of a sudden I have to deal with the board and the Nissa because Nissa could just play a 3/3 and kill me. So I think my hand is forced here and I just have to jam.
I will scry 2.
Okay. Still in a ton of trouble to this Nissa.
Maybe I just want to keep both of these because there's really no way out of it for you. Yeah, I think that's fine.
Okay. Can't be good.
So green,
Yep.
blue, questing beast.
Oh, God.
Untap the island, attack you for 7.
All right, I'm down to 3.
Play Paradise Druid.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
Yeah, even another shatter here doesn't do it,
Yeah.
so we are dead.
I kept another questing beast on top too.
Nice, yeah.
So even if you somehow dealt with everything, I was just gonna have a land beast.
Definitely makes sense. Okay, we're gonna do a little mid-round sideboarding here. I like 2 fires on the play. We're gonna bring back in Lukka. So I want to be a little bit more proactive.
I think I'm gonna try a couple veils on the draw too.
Not bad. See, now it's interesting because now we're both kind of switching away in a different way where now I'm going to take out some counter spells to make Veil worse, but Veil being able to get around Dovin's veto is pretty messed up, to be honest.
The real question is what I'm cutting.
Yeah, I know. It's not easy from my end either. I think I don't want Aether Gust on the play. And I actually want to even put one of these Omens back in because, like I said, I want to just be more proactive. And I think it's either a Mystical Dispute or another Dovin's Veto from my end. And I can't really tell which one would be better or worse right now. I think I'm going to get a veto out of there.
I would think maybe I would want to bring out Questing Beast, but this is also a card that helps me catch up. Like if you have a Planeswalker that's going unanswered.
Yeah. That's true.
I don't want to cut my mana creatures. I don't want to cut Once Upon a Time. Like those are the cards that
bring in a commence.
make my early draws good. I could trim a Hydroid Crisis because you have counterspells for them, but it's even good against counterspells.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to go back to just the 3 Nissas on the draw.
Yeah, I mean, Nissa against ECD is a little bit worse, you know? It is a little not ideal. My Shark Typhoons aren't excellent either, but they're not bad. So I'm leaving in 2 Shatters. I could see even going less, but it seems fine.
Maybe I should also trim a Once Upon a Time. I've been pretty unhappy drawing them outside of just the opening hand ones, so flooding on them is bad.
I feel like you can't cut a ban card. It's just against the rules.
Yeah.
It's just against the code of conduct here. Maybe I don't need this other Omen. Yeah. All right, we're gonna go like this. We're gonna go these 5 for this for the play. I think Fire's end counter spell seems a little awkward, but Fire's actually seems quite good against you when you can't steal it back. You can mass manipulation that, which would be a nightmare, but yeah, whatever.
I'm gonna trim one of the Questing Beasts.
Yeah, on the draw, I think they get a lot worse.
Yeah.
Alrighty, Rob, do you got any questions?
Yeah, if they make the expected changes to the format that you think they will, or you hope to see, what do you think will be the best decks then?
That's a good question. That is something that I did not even think about yet. I just danced at the fact that there is going to be a new best deck. But if those are the changes that are made, I think Team of Reclamation is going to be the best deck.
Yeah, I was going to say, Chad had some speculation maybe Team of Reclamation would just jump up.
Yeah, Team of Reclamation might just be dominant because it already didn't play a companion. Bant Yorion decks could still exist because they don't really play agents anyways. If the companion mechanic is really nerfed, that deck gets worse. But otherwise, that's still a very good deck. Kind of a Bant Flashes kind of thing, but...
Yeah, I like that kind of tempo idea.
And then Jund Food. I mean, that's a good deck too, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who knows? It just might open wide open here for 2 weeks, and then we get new cards. So. Are you ready? We almost get to do preview season again.
I'm not ready. Not ready at all.
Yeah, we got to get back to our Bruin caps. We got to get our Bruin caps on.
Boston Bruins?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to try to keep an opening
Hockey is
7.
coming back.
That's true. That's true.
They announced that, so we can put our Bruin caps on.
Okay, okay.
They're the first sports league to announce a set plan for returning.
Excellent. Probably not with stands and whatnot.
No fans, as far as I know.
Cool.
I didn't read any of the announcement. I've just heard that, but I don't follow hockey at all because hockey's stupid.
Who needs to read?
All right, Ross, we're not friends anymore.
Yeah.
I just like antagonizing hockey fans because they're all so rabid. Mm-hmm. It's great.
Love hockey. Yeah. I'm a basketball fan, but honestly, I like any kind of sports. You good?
Hockey is the sport that... No, my hand is horrible.
Yeah.
Hockey is the sport that improved the most from the advent of HD TV.
Yeah.
Following the puck on old TVs was very difficult.
Oh.
Following it at HD is very easy.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I just don't... some sports are just boring. The ones that just take forever, like golf gets kind of boring. Soccer can get boring a little bit, but if you're a big soccer fan and stuff, watching the ins and outs of like the little technical play is super exciting. So I totally get it. But just me as a person who has a very short attention span, basketball, football, hockey, they at least keep my interest, all the time.
Football's awkward because there's just so much downtime, but you've got the 30 seconds of action and then 2 minutes and then 30 seconds of action.
But even the commercials are hyped, man.
Well, they benefited a lot from the advent of instant replay, where they just re-showed you the action during those 2 minutes, and you're like, oh, let me see that again.
That's true. That's true.
So at least someone in chat agrees with me. SBS0311 says, in all caps, the Utah Jazz are stupid.
But here's the thing, Rob, is we never know when someone agrees with us. You have the almighty power to only tell us when people agree with you. So.
There's one comment that says basketball is superior, so more money. Yeah,
let's get some jingles on your side. Chat, please.
All righty, buddy.
Okay, I'm taking the mulligan in game 3.
It's about time.
My hand of 4 lands, 2 Krasis, 2 Nissa.
Ooh,
so good.
Hey, a 2/2 Krasis is just a Shark Typhoon. Think about that.
Okay, well, this hand is pretty solid, so...
Okay, your go.
And we'll, for the third game in a row, start on Once Upon a Time.
Of course. Your deck did do the same kind of thing a lot, and that's why that standard was horrible. That was, I love this standard in comparison to that Pro Tour that I played. Oh my. Were you in Richmond? I can't remember.
I was not.
Oh, lucky. It was bad. I was on the Sultai train. You know, the Simic deck was busted, but I was just, you know, Sultai casualtying of war each other, and yeah, it was not fun. Okay.
You can go. Yeah, I heard bad things.
It wasn't great. Okay, your go. This is where I wish I had Omen of the Forge. Maybe I should have brought that in.
Maybe.
That would have been a good one, huh?
But I have Paradise Druid.
Paradise Druid.
You're
Okay.
up.
And you have just Brazen Bar I know about, right?
Yep.
Okay. Oh boy, interesting decision here.
Yeah, I've had a very strong opening.
Yeah.
Corey didn't have a 2-drop. I was kind of expecting an Omen of the Sea there on the end step.
That would have been ideal, of course. Some of these points, it's just, there's not a correct answer. It's just, do you feel like jamming or not?
Jamming.
I am just going to play a think. Oh, I don't know. This is tough. I think I am just gonna go castle and go. Nissa. All right, I got a dispute for that.
Didn't have a counterspell in my hand, so there's really no point.
Okay, that was my choice, was to play Teferi or hold up counterspell last turn. Okay, what's the life totals here?
I shocked there, so I'm at 18.
18 to 20. All right, so we're going to untap. I'm going to play my Teferi.
Yep.
I'm going to bounce Paradise Druid. The patience paid off on my end for sure. And I'll play Triumph and pass to you.
Well, that was a good draw.
Was it a Broco?
Yep.
I kind of figured. Okay.
So I can make a food and then like bounce the Teferi, or I can just kill it. I think I just want to deal with it. So let's Elk the Goose.
Okay.
Attack the Teferi, pass the turn.
It's been alkified. All right, I have a pretty scripted turn here. ECD. Your go. ECD.
We did it. I guess you just get to
Yeah, is
Yorion
that
ECD?
doing it? Is playing Nissa doing it? That's why Nissa is being controlled in standard right now, is because of these public enemies. Having an ECD on board is kind of an anti-Nissa engine here.
Yeah, there's not really much we can do about that.
Yeah.
And you're still at 20.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's an interesting situation. I welcome the jam. NBA jammed that one down. We came to jam. Welcome to... Wait, no, that's not how it goes. It's been a while since I watched Space Jam. I gotta rewatch.
Classic right there.
It is a classic. It is. Yeah, I don't care where you're standing on the LeBron versus Michael Jackson, or I mean Michael Jordan stand, who's better, but one of them, beat the Monstars, so...
Yeah, but now we're going to get a LeBron Space Jam movie, so that'll just be another part of the debate.
We don't know if he's going to win yet, okay? I mean, we don't know.
Yeah, J.R. Smith's going to take the last shot instead of LeBron and miss it.
Yeah. Just a realistic version of Space Jam 2. Oh, yeah.
Steph
also,
Curry comes out of nowhere to just, win the game for the other team.
There you go. That reminds me of a realistic, or not a realistic, but what could happen with the ban announcement. I just hope they're just like, no changes except Oko is unbanned. Have a good day.
if you're at a little bit less life, I could just jam in and probably out-tempo you, but I'm just doing the math here, and it doesn't work out that well.
Yeah, hit me for 6. I play this, bounce that, hit me for 6 more. That's just 12. Yeah.
Well, the real awkward thing is the second chapter of the ECD, so I can't go Nissa, hold up, petty theft.
Yeah. Oh, you can, but you won't be able to cast it. You can cast it in my upkeep.
Yeah.
And bounce this.
Yeah, which is, then forces you to tap out again, play the ECD. You don't have the Yorion in play. I get in my other 6. I deal you, bring you to 8.
Yeah.
And then, I'm ready to cast Brazen Borrower. That's 9. But then you just have Yorion or any sort of Wrath effect or anything like that.
Yeah, you got a decent amount of decisions. But none of them are home runs, it seems, at the moment. But.
Yeah, you're very right that none of them are home runs. But, if I don't... There's no real way for me to play around this, right?
I mean, you wait till this goes away,
Yeah, but that's just so much time. You have 6 cards in hand. You're just going to get way too much time to do stuff.
It's a turn. It's a turn away, but yeah, I agree.
You can just any counter spell then, does it.
Yep,
second,
exactly.
Second ECD.
Yeah,
I'm just going to jam.
Okay.
And I'm going to do it this way.
Okay.
And attack you for 6.
Down to 14.
And we'll just main phase this so it doesn't get the second trigger.
Okay, that's smart.
And pass the turn.
Untap. Once again, my turn is quite scripted here. Get rid of Nissa. Play a land. Pass to you. I mean, yeah, you came out of that board position with an extra permanent, though, so that's scary.
Attack you for
6. Down to 8.
8. Play a Paradise Druid.
Okay.
Pass the turn. I guess I'm going to do it this way.
You're going to do it that way. Okay. So I'm going to untap. I'm going to draw. I'm going to tick this up. So now if I play something, you have 1 mana available, so you could Veil.
I can Veil it.
But that's about it. So I'm going to go like this. I have a great turn here. We're going to go with Shatter.
Yep.
Good call not doing... And look at Ross's tapping there. That's smart. Most people always leave the land open. If he did, in this situation, you float it, you play it, and if I have Teferi, you're wrecked.
Yeah.
You're absolutely wrecked, I don't, but still, fast.
Now I get to end step it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So little things like that, people just think, just leave the land open because it could block in case of something, but there's no point in it, and there could be things that go wrong with it.
Yeah.
Or leaving Llanowar Elves up instead of a forest. That has happened to me plenty of times. But
100% agree. Definitely, people just don't use their mana creatures aggressively enough. So get in for 3.
I will cycle them for 1/1.
Yeah. Corey just had it.
Shark, baby shark. Baby shark.
I got kind of punished for my play too because I did
the lander.
No, I drew Krasis the turn after the Nissa, which I didn't have. My hand was Brazen Bar, which you knew about it, and the Paradise Druid.
Yeah.
So my hand was just not very good, which is why I ended up going for it. But if I wait a turn and then get to untap with the Nissa once, I get to Krasis for a lot.
Yeah.
And draw a bunch of cards. But if I wait a turn and then I Nissa, you still just shatter that turn, I think. But then I have 2, 4, 6 mana, so I'd get 1 extra card off of this.
Yeah. And it's definitely not over yet. I'm definitely advantaged now, but...
Yeah, I mean, you have 3 cards in hand. You're getting a Teferi back.
Yeah.
Maybe even getting... Yeah, this is the only creature Planeswalker, right?
Yeah, I'm getting a Teferi. Yeah. But I mean, do I bounce Krasis?
Yeah,
probably.
I mean, I just got to play 1/1 Krasis.
Or 2/2, right?
Or 2/2 Krasis. I mean, drawing a 1 card.
Put you to 19? Yeah, you always count it by how many cards you draw. That's the only important thing.
Play a land tapped and pass the turn.
Untap. Draw. Bring back Teferi. I will choose Loyalty. I won't flex on you and put a 1/1 counter on it.
Yeah.
Now...
You have 4 in hand?
Yeah. My hand's not good.
Yeah.
So I think I am still... I do still want to bounce this, I think. It is kind of a way for you to get in, but I need to draw something good, so I'm going to bounce this. Now... I'm going to play land for the turn and pass to you.
4/4 crisis.
In response, I'm going to commence the end game.
Sure.
Oh, Rob, you forgot a token.
We need that set of zombie army.
We need the SETI.
Okay, is this going to resolve?
That is going to resolve, yap.
So this will be a 4/4.
So
You're going to have a 5/5, though.
Yep, I'm going to have a 5/5.
And I'll pass the turn.
Okay. Thank you. I never had faith in that card, and I just tried it out, testing for the E-League, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Yep, 5/5. I absolutely loved it. So tick up. 5. That's a little unfortunate, but not so bad. I'll attack for 5.
I go to 16.
Okay. Second main. Narset.
Yep.
Activate. Don Vito. Did I play a land? I don't think I did.
No.
Okay. Also, Lukka. I'm going to tap this. Get rid of Cedric. I'm going to take your Krasis. And then it's going to be your turn. Oops, I saw that card. I'll shuffle that out. Put that to the bottom. Now we got the Trinity here. Oh, I'll play a land. Or I did play a land.
Once upon a time.
Yep. You got a goose. Once upon a time. Oh, I'm having flashbacks. Do you remember that really fun clip someone made? You're like, am I dead? Am I dead? I'm just like, once upon a time. There was 5 cards. Who knows?
Play my land.
Okay.
I'm just too far behind, I think. My hand is very bad.
I'm going to steal 3 of your permanents next turn. Just 3. Okay.
Get a food.
All right.
You're up.
I'm going to untap. I'm going to draw this magical card. I'm going to tick up on this. I'm going to tick down on this. I'm going to get a Mystical Dispute. I'm going to honk in there with a 4/4.
I'm at 12.
I'm going to play a land. I'm going to get rid of this Krasis.
It's exiled, right?
Yep. Agent. I'm going to take your breeding pool. Tap it, I assume. Yeah. Then I'm going to 3, 4, 5. Play Yorion. I'm going to blink these, everything but Teferi, since Teferi would not gain any loyalty. And then I'm free to play anything I don't want to. Put these back. I will take these 2 lands. These both go to 5. Thank you. And pass to you.
Once upon a time. I'm just very dead.
Yeah, I got a couple counter spells too. And now for every turn, I just blink Yorion, and I'm going to be taking 2 to 3 permanents a turn.
Yeah, it did seem like you were favored going along. Like these synergies with Agent of Treachery and Yorion just take over the game. And so it felt like I needed to be aggressive, which was another reason for me going for the Nissa play. And, you just had the defenses necessary, the disruption.
And it feels weird to think that the Krasis Nissa deck, something would be better going long, because that is the long engine, like that went longer than anything else. That's why it proved dominance so quickly in its format.
Yeah, but the agent play, you just take all my stuff.
Yeah.
Suddenly, you have everything, and then your agents are drawing 3 cards a turn, and you have planeswalkers ticking up, and it really does snowball even more than this deck does, where you're just like, I'll draw 3 cards, maybe I'll draw 5 cards, later on, but you eventually run out of big things.
Exactly.
And then just have a bunch of mana creatures left over, and that's what happened. Like at the end of each game, I was just left with a bunch of mana creatures and maybe a 4/4.
Yep, it's crazy. So, honestly, Wizards of the Coast employees out there that you're listening, we proved it right here. Unban everything. Format would be fine, Unban all the stuff from that deck. Ban Lukka. We're set, easy peasy.
Yeah, game over.
Exactly. Okay, so that is going to do it for round number 1. So far, the current standard deck took down one of the powerhouses, but next up is a match that I feel really rough trying to beat. This is going to be Corey Baumeister's New Jersey Grand Prix Championship list of 4-color Copycat up against Lukka. Copycat, it's a faster combo. You have energy from the energy series. You know, there's Oath to blink. This deck has a lot of tools. It's going to be pretty scary. I still, once again, have the 8th card as my advantage. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Yeah. So we're going to take a short 5-minute break here, and we'll be right back with round number 2 here on Versus Live.